Asmond continues to make the most dumb take from someone who's so disconnected from reality. I mean, you have to be if you're living with roaches. Let's go ahead and watch this clip.
I was making is that, like, for example, deporting illegals. I would want to use the military to deport every illegal alien in the country. That's what I would want to do. That's one example. Another example is that I would want to bring back insane asylums. I would want to bring back insane asylums and put crazy people in insane asylums. That's another really big one. And I would reduce foreign aid by about 80%. Maybe not 100%. The goal would be 100%, but the beginning would be 80%.
Bro, this guy is so disconnected from reality. Holy shit, dude. This is what happens when you grow up, force-fed all the propaganda and just adhering to it. It's like, you know what the problem is? Not these tech billionaires or these giant corporations paying absolutely no taxes. In fact, there's tax loopholes for these companies. Guess how much taxes Amazon paid the last couple of years? It's like 3% because they found loopholes. Meanwhile, their employees of Amazon paying like 30 to 50% of their income going to tax. These people are so disconnected from reality because they just gobble up the propaganda of America. But let's continue hearing what he has to say about this.
I would completely remove any illegals from the census as well. I would even take people that were residents of the country. If they were not net positive taxpayers and they were not performing an essential job, I'd deport them too.
Yeah, this is the land of the free, according to this guy. Like, this is the most unhinged take. This is worse than North Korea. This is worse than China, apparently. But then people haven't even been to China, have a strong opinion about it. What is this guy even talking about, dude? If people are net negative, welcome to America, dog. What does America do? Does America go around create things? What do you think the bald eagle is based off of? A bird that builds or a bird that's a scavenger and steals from other people? It's the latter. America just goes around justifying its war crimes and stealing from every other country, and then this guy's acting like we're some sort of sovereign nation that's allowed to do these kinds of things. Bro, get over yourself, dude.
Let me think. Oh, I'd add 2 additional tax brackets for people that are wealthy, for people that are making above $5 and $10 million a year. That way you have to pay more money in taxes. And let's see, besides that, I would double the amount of the money that we put on policing.
This is like asking a 5-year-old what they would do to make the country better. Holy shit. This is like going to a first grade classroom and asking them what they would do to make the country better. Talk about being completely disconnected from reality.
I would do that instantly. And you don't perform an essential job? Well, no, I don't, but I'm also a citizen. So I wouldn't be deported because I'm not a resident. Like, that's why I said resident, not citizen. Learn to listen.
What? Yeah, loopholes for me because I'm European. You have to listen to what I'm saying. Like, holy, wow.
Harsher punishment? Oh yeah. If you steal from a store, instant mandatory prison time. Even if you stole a paintbrush. Yep, you go to prison.
Bro used a paintbrush as... That's more indicative of how he thinks and his maturity and intellect level, where he's like, even if you stole... Who's stealing a fucking paintbrush, dog?
The reason why? It's pretty simple. I don't want to live in a world where people steal. I don't want to live in a world where there's violence, hostility, aggression, and turmoil. And I don't think that most people do.
Have you ever been outside in nature? Bro, you think these animals are all getting along, or is it a war? These people are so soy and so soft, living inside of a room, hiding behind a computer, just talking their shit. Never have been in a fight, never testing themselves physically.
So just put them in jail. Simple. I'll do one more. I would make it to where every prisoner had an extended sentence by about 30 to 50%, and they could work in prison to reduce their sentence that got increased back down to what it was if they wanted to work in prison. And I would do mandatory prison labor.
That's literally what prison is. This guy is so disconnected from reality. Holy. Where do you think license plates come from, dude? You think there's a license plate factory, or you think prisoners have to make that for pennies while they're charging the citizens hundreds of dollars for that? I'm gonna go on record for saying this, but no one should speak about prison time or jail time without ever spending a night in jail.
And I would punish the people that wouldn't do it. I would put every single one of them to work. That's right. Community service? Yep, absolutely. And so, yeah, that's what I would do. Would you be president? Would you be authoritarian? I mean, I think people would say that I was, but I would actually be the most pro-freedom president ever. But I view the freedom of the people that are the 98 to 95% of the population that are being terrorized by the 2 to 5% of the population that are bad actors.
Talk about someone who's completely disconnected from reality. The bad actors are all the billionaires and all these wealthy people that go around pretending they're doing philanthropic activities, donating to charities. They're all tax loopholes, dude. NPOs, crime organizations, dog. This guy is so disconnected. I can't believe anyone watches this guy. These are all kids that never did anything. They never went outside. They're still living in a first grade classroom watching all these Twitch streamers talk about baby politics. That is 100% authoritarian. That is some crazy militant, bro. Just think about all the people that watch this guy. I don't know, it sounds like he's even worse than Kim Jong-un, but thinks he's doing all right. But that's evil, right? That's every single person that thinks they're doing a good job. They could do no wrong. I said what I said, but anyways, that's the end of this video. Have a great one. I can't believe anyone watches this soy boy. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff, but who's listening to this clown?